Welcome back to First Come First Served. I know I haven't made a video in a really long time, but just recently there hasn't been that much to pick up from Adidas. The ATRs did drop. I didn't get those the first time around when it was that sand colorway, and then there was the olive colorway, and then I did manage to pick up a burgundy one, so I will put out a review once I get that coming in. Also, they had the twin strike alternate dimensions and the Audi stars. I personally like the twin strikes, but it's pretty expensive at 240. It's sitting at some retailers, so I could probably wait. And when they're trying to clear out stock, it's gonna go on discount. I might cop then, but I did hold it in on hand, in hand. Honestly, the cushion is not there. It's like pretty much adiprene. It's not gonna be that comfortable. Most likely, it's gonna feel just like a Climacool 1, which honestly isn't too bad, but you're paying 240, and the main thing is that they're trying to make it look like a Balenciaga. They're trying to make it like a runner, but for 240 and it just doesn't have the brand name for it, it's just Adidas Consortium. A lot of people aren't feeling it. Now on to the actual shoes. I do have the Goodwill Out Consortium collaboration with Adidas. It's the triple black Trail City sock. So this is going to be the first time black boost on a city sock, and I believe also the first time there's going to be a trail bottom on a city sock. They did have trail bottoms on the Chukkas, and I did actually have a pair. I returned them just because they honestly weren't comfortable. And same thing with this pair. You are not going to feel the boost. Maybe just a little bit, but to me already NMDs aren't that comfortable compared to Ultra Boost. Then you slap on this trail bottom, you're not going to feel the boost at all. So, in my opinion, the new Pharrell trails that are coming out, I'm not too sure. For sure there's going to be hype just because it's Pharrell. They're human races, they're going to sell super well, but it's not going to feel that comfortable on feet. So main differences with this shoe is the upper is going to be different actually. It's going to be a different kind of prime knit. So it's going to be the same texture in the back, same texture in the toe box. It's actually going to be aerated, so it's going to be similar to the 1.0 and 3.0 Ultra Boost designs, where if you actually take the shoe and you spread it apart, it's actually like made in a way where there are holes. The Ultra Boost 3.0 isn't really aerated. It's pretty much a seamless prime knit upper. So the middle part, which is like kind of like the stripe, which again, it's cool that they did this so that there's one stripe, two stripe, and three stripe. There's three different layers, so it's kind of like, oh, it's the three stripes. This middle part's just going to be smooth prime knit. So one cool thing about the shoe is that the prime knit's different, but it's made in a way where it's actually, it seems thicker than the normal prime knit, so it's not going to crinkle up when you wear the shoe. Sometimes when you're wearing the shoe and it just doesn't fit right, it's going to crinkle and look weird, and it's just not cool when you ruin the silhouette of the shoe when it's actually on your foot. One of my friends actually doesn't wear city socks because it looks weird on his foot. It's all crinkled up, but because it's thicker, because it's a better material, I think it's a better quality prime knit. It doesn't actually do that as much, so that's really cool. Also, it's going to have leather consortium hole punches. It's going to have the Goodwill Out on this one, the Adidas trefoil on this one, and same thing, it's going to have the consortium handshake on the back of that leather tab. So this is going to have the same tape, but it's going to be different from the normal NMD tape. It's going to say the Goodwill Out, and it's also going to say the art of seeing through darkness, and it's also going to have that same thing in kanji, which is Japanese writing. So the Japanese characters of here, it's going to be the art of seeing through darkness. On this pair, it's going to say the Goodwill Out, and it's also going to say pretty much a loose interpretation of the Goodwill Out in Japanese. So that's pretty cool that they actually incorporated that aspect. The Goodwill Out is a German consortium account, but for this shoe they just went full circle, made the shoe shinobi inspired, and they made this shoe, they called it ankoku toshi jutsu, which is kind of basically like seeing through darkness technique, the art of seeing through darkness, so it kind of does translate pretty well. So the main thing that I did want to talk to you guys about this is the sizing. I'm not too sure if other people got to the sizing issue, but sizing is kind of a big problem for this shoe. I went into the store. I was like, hey, can I try the size 11? Tried on the size 11. It's way too big. I tried on a 10.5. Still too big. I tried a size 10, and that was pretty much hit the spot. So my normal NMD City Sock size is a size 11. I did wear a size 10.5 to the store just because I wanted to compare. 10.5 is probably the smallest size I can wear in an NMD City Sock. I haven't worn a size 10 City Sock yet, so I'm actually not too sure on that. But I do have other City Socks. I have the first original black and white glow in the dark City Sock. I've got that in a size 12. I do have the white mountaineering City Sock. Got that in a size 12 as well. And if I wear those with thick socks, it works. But my normal size is 11, and this is a size 10. So that's a full size difference. And already for people, their NMD size, they usually elect to go half size down from their normal. And this is a full size for my NMD. So I guess I'm just going to let you guys be the judge on that, because this is really loose. I'm not too sure because if it's the different prime knit, if it's just glued onto the boost in a different way. It's really loose, especially in the toe box, and somewhat the length. I'm wearing the 10.5s, and it kind of hits where this thing is, but this size 10, my toe's actually not hitting this front lip of the rubber. I'm not too sure what it is. Maybe it's the trail bottom, but it just does feel pretty loose, but it feels super comfortable. This prime knit is like a higher quality. I think it's a higher grade of prime knit, and it's just constructed in a way where it's really comfortable. It doesn't feel that hot. It's pretty aerated. It's pretty cool. So sizing for sure. My normal is 11. This is a size 10. So gauge it for yourself. That's a whole size difference. I'm not too sure about you guys, but I wanted to make sure I got my size just because this shoe is 220. It's going to be like 40 over the normal NMD City Sock price. Before City Socks were 170, then they made it 180, and I think some pairs even went to 190. I don't know. Prices were all over the place, but this pair is 220 with tax in California. Comes out to about 240. So it's pretty expensive for a pair of shoes, especially where it has a trail bottom and you can't feel the boost and it just doesn't feel that great. So pretty much that's about it. Everything construction wise is going to be pretty similar, but it does have this inner backing right here in the back. I'm not too sure if you'll be able to see it, but it does have, it's like the same thing in the City Sock Kith City Sock 2s, but it does have this reinforced faux leather backing. And then what's interesting is the insole. So it's not the normal insole where it has the cutouts where you can see the boost. It's going to be like a really, I guess like felty, like a hard felt kind of insole, and it does have the sideways consortium. So there is that. It's pretty cool because when you actually look at it, it does look really dark. The whole philosophy for this shoe is it's basically a ninja shoe, so they made everything dark, everything black. So I really appreciate that, just because when everyone saw the City Sock, it's like, yo, it's a ninja shoe. So that's pretty much it. I will be getting the ATR. I will review it for you guys. For sure, I want to let you guys know it does not feel like an Ultra Boost. You can't really feel the boost at all, but the Continental sole is super thick, so there is that. Waterproofing on that prime knit, so there's also that, so it kind of justifies the price. Other than that, if I get the twin tracks, I'll review them as well. But this has been my review. Thanks again. A lot of my videos, I guess my 3 most recent videos, you guys made it over to 3,000 views. Thank you so much. Just want to let you guys know, I do thank you guys a lot. I'm going to keep making videos. This took forever. Just nothing has really been coming out, but I do really appreciate you guys, and I'm going to still put out videos for you guys, because for sure I want to tell you guys sizing stuff, just anything I can. So thanks again for supporting. Peace.